MC Kaz, bringing the spells from the past. A friend like you is really hard to come by. Leo Yugioh is sad and lonely, sitting counting money in my penthouse. I just wish I had a magic homie. Archangelo, you're kinda like my...
I don't know what radio station this is.
Is there anything worse than having a cold for the holidays? I should be out Christmas shopping and sipping peppermint lattes with my boys.
With my boys.
With my boys.
Sipping peppermint lattes with my boys.
Oh, I love that song so much.
Guys, I know this is gonna be old by the time this video comes out, but if you haven't fucking watched the new Yugioh Christmas special...
Pink Christmas.
You gotta watch that shit.
It's
so good. It's so good. It is a 10 out of 10.
Honestly.
It's an 11 out of 10.
It's an 11 out of 10.
It's so fucking great. I loved it.
It's a
I loved every
Toblerone
minute
out
of
of
it.
Toblerone.
It's rare when you watch something and you're like, I'm just having so much fun watching this.
Exactly.
Like, constantly.
I was nonstop smiling and entertained while
like
watching,
from the moment it began
Pink
to the
Christmas.
moment it ended, I was thoroughly entertained.
It's so good. God.
Well, this is a boring puzzle.
This is a great puzzle. This is my favorite, actually. So, Victor, we just had quite the interesting snafu. What happened?
So it'll be some time but like
Oops.
we accidentally started, like, I was hooking up the stuff and then like I accidentally somehow started live streaming. And we were just, you know, we didn't know we were live streaming. We were hanging out.
Well, we were talking about some things because we had just watched a thing that was like a little controversial. It brought up some interesting controversial conversation that maybe isn't appropriate for Yugioh.
Yeah, you know, doing a little flirting.
No, we never do that. That's gay.
Very suggestive flirting that may not sound socially acceptable. And so we were afraid that we live streamed that.
So yeah, we apparently Victor checked the fucking OBS, and we had been live streaming for like 3 minutes basically, and I was very scared that we had just been live streaming personal moments,
some personal business.
I was very scared for a minute,
but it turned out that I hadn't made the audio work yet, so thank God it was just 2 minutes of silence.
If you guys caught a 2-minute and 58-second live stream of just Switch menus and a little bit of Brawl or Smash Brothers Ultimate, you'll know that's why.
They're gonna be disappointed that we weren't playing Smash Ultimate.
We were not playing Smash Ultimate. We were fucking around, trying to get things set up, and also being gay.
Yeah, we were pretty gay.
It made me real scared for a minute.
Pretty gay.
But it's okay. Yeah. You know, we're still that wholesome channel. We haven't been undone.
Yeah.
It's excellent. It's good. Everything's okay.
No one will know how impure we are.
Which is really funny because that's the reputation I used to have at work as well.
Because you're the pure virgin girl.
I was very pure. Ah! Yeah.
That was a boulder.
That was a boulder.
It was scary.
Whoa.
It's just because we're quiet people.
Yeah,
people
it's because
just
I'm
project
quiet
purity onto us.
So people are like, "Oh, you're so pure," and then
because everyone else has to talk about how fucking raunchy they are all the fucking time.
It's because one time when I was I had a very frustrated day and I accidentally said "fuck my ass" in front of one of my coworkers.
Yes.
And they were like, "Oh, Hope," and I was like, fuck. Now I have to explain.
Explain, fuck my ass.
Jesus, I don't want to do this. I'm sorry. Just forget I said that.
She was like, "Hope, are you coming on to me? Like, do you want me to fuck you in the ass?
She was
what's
like,
going
Hope,
on here?"
I will not. I was like, it's not. God damn it. Now I have to fucking sit here and explain "fuck my ass" to a normal person. Jesus.
I'm burning boxes. I'm like Shigeru Miyamoto.
You want to go climb some trees?
Yeah, someone's gonna climb some trees and hit boxes with fire, and that's what makes this a masterpiece.
Exactly. It's what Shigeru Miyamoto always wanted.
Yeah.
So, Victor, how long has it been since the last time we recorded some Digigrows?
Couple weeks. Like, hasn't been that long.
Probably a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I just finished finals, so I have a little break going on. Victor just he's gotten
that wasn't
through.
fast
Ouch.
enough.
He's gotten through a big percentage of a big corporate project.
Oh!
Jesus Christ!
I didn't expect to.
Well, I mean, it seems to be pretty consistent.
All right, here we go.
So we're in a little bit of a lull.
Yeah, we're in
You
kind
know
of a
what I'm
lull.
saying?
I've been home for many days playing Pokemon and Smash Bros. Which, isn't the best. I mean, it's
The
nice
game?
because we get to hang out. No.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying being in a lull is not the best.
Oh, yeah.
It's both, like, you know, it's fun because I get to hang out with Hope and I get to play video games, but also you get that feeling of, like, am I stagnating?
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, I'm waking up and doing the same routine that I did yesterday and it doesn't feel like any time has passed. Like, it's like, oh, I'm getting up, I take a shower. Feels like I just took a shower because I didn't do anything all day.
I'm always showering.
I'm always showering. And then it's like, oh, I'm going to make lunch. I just made lunch. God. Why do I have to keep eating? Why do I have to keep eating? I'm just eating constantly. It's all I do is eat.
God damn it, I'm a consumption machine.
Ah!
It's horrible.
Getting a little restless.
The
It's okay.
young
I'm
and
gonna
the
work
restless.
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have enough to worry about. I started looking at camera stuff again. And I'm like, why am I
Uh-oh.
even looking at this? I don't need this right now. I guess because I shot that big music video and it kind of feels like that was the height of what my camera's capable of. And so now I'm kind of looking at other cameras.
Oh no.
But then it's like, but it would have to be something I could afford within the, like, I'd have to sell my old camera and then get something reasonably priced that is a noticeable step up, which does exist, but it's like, is it worth doing? Probably not. I don't know. Because then I have to change, like, my whole system. Like, everything I have is based around my camera, so I have to kind of see what needs to be sold and what would need to be exchanged.
You have to retool the entire
But for the other camera, it would be
production
like,
system
there would be
there.
more future-proofing in terms of, like, the stuff I would get for that I could use for anything.
Right.
Or at least for the next step up in the eventual bigger camera game. I don't know. It's like I knew that eventually I would have, you know, I would be upgrading my camera. It just hasn't been that long.
Yeah, it's only been 3 years, 2.5
But
years.
I wasn't totally satisfied with this performance on the music video because things are very noisy and fucked up. And I'm just like, it wouldn't be like this if it weren't, like, if it were literally any other camera but this, it would look better. Like, in the low light stuff I've been doing. It's just my camera's not made for that, and that's kind of the aesthetic I'm moving towards. So it's like, am I going to be able to keep moving towards that aesthetic with the tools that I have? Probably not. So it's time to consider, okay, I need to figure out what the fuck I'm doing in this village.
Well, we just
You have to interact with the
shrine.
story, and I was floundering last time, not interacting with the story.
The bird people.
Yeah, the bird people.
The birdmen.
We gotta actually talk to the big bird man.
And we have to
get on the
actually
right
read
path.
dialogue.
Yeah, we have to actually read the dialogue so I can figure out where the fuck
Which
we're
is
going.
really unfortunate because now I have that song stuck in my head and it feels
Yeah.
like I'm having heart palpitations, so that's a good
Are you
combination.
What?
I don't know.
Did you
Maybe.
get too frazzled by our little live streaming
No.
incident?
No, it's been happening like just a
Yeah.
couple times recently.
You're probably
it has nothing to do
consuming
with
too
the
much
live
caffeine
stream.
every day. I don't
Maybe.
know. Because I was feeling weird
Maybe.
the last couple days too, where like yesterday my chest hurt like all day. And it was just like, I'm very uncomfortable with this.
Yeah.
And then I was just kind of sore, and I was like, maybe I'm not, like dehydrated. I tried
That's
drinking
why I've
water.
been trying to drink some water, but like,
Yeah.
here's my problem: is that even though I'm working, but I'm not working as much as when I'm in school.
Yeah.
But I'm still consuming as much caffeine as when I go to school.
Yeah.
Because now I'm used to that ritual.
Whoa! Are you finally understanding my dilemma
Well,
of
no.
every day?
It's because I need to look forward to something.
Exactly! You finally get it! It's I'm home. I'm not working as much as normal, but I need to look forward to something, so I have to get the energy drink. That's what I've been doing the whole time. Because it's like when you're working, you can justify it, and it
Yeah.
feels normal, and you're burning that
expending
energy
more
off.
energy.
Yeah. But when
And
you
now-
don't, then you're just home, and you've had coffee, and then you're just sitting there,
need to go
and
talk
you're
to
going
Saki.
insane. Saki, who's
Saki,
Saki?
the wife of Tiba,
The wife, who's Tiva?
is a guy that got lost.
Okay, all right.
He lives
let's
next
read
door
this.
to this guy.
Okay,
Yeah, so we need to go next door and talk to his wife.
okay.
Because he was, like, shot down or something.
All right, let's do that. Okay. All right, there's a dot on the map. It's her.
Yes.
It's been her the whole time.
It was always her.
You bitch.
Where'd
He went to the
go?
bow training place. Yeah, the flight range. That's where I have to go. I knew I had to end up there somewhere. I just didn't know who I needed to talk to because I wasn't paying any fucking
Okay, there
attention.
we go. So now
Yes, so we
know
go that
we
way.
need to go to the flight range.
We go to the landing pad. We fly over there.
There we go. Sorry, I wasn't
Thank
trying
God.
to derail you. I just wanted to make
Yeah.
sure we were going to progress the plot.
No, that's good. That's what needs to happen. I don't want to fucking spend an entire episode running around trying to find this fucking way like we already did last time.
Do you know the way?
Driving people fucking insane. Oh,
Song is
memories.
sick. Oh, don't play it. Don't play
No,
it.
no,
We'll
no,
get
no,
demonetized.
no, 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 no. Like we
No,
get money
Nintendo,
anyways.
don't demonetize
Like,
us.
here's.
Yeah, but it's a good meme.
I wanted to bring this up because. True. But it's been an entire year now that we've been playing Breath of the Wild.
Yes.
Literally a fucking year.
It's literally been
Ugh.
a year.
We've been playing Breath of the Wild
Because
for
our
a
first
fucking
episode
year.
of Breath of the Wild was Christmas themed.
Yes. But in that year, it's not like we've made any, like...
Significant progress.
I'd love to see how much ad revenue this channel has made in a year, because...
$20.
Probably something like that. But, like, none of it goes to us. It all
Right.
goes to Conrad. So I have no idea how much,
Yeah,
like, we
we
would
really
have
don't
made.
have any way
But now
of
that it's
knowing.
been a year, it's like, oh, huh. This has just been our channel for a year. So if he's generated any revenue, it's ours.
All $20.
All $20, yes.
Yeah.
We did do that live stream, but I never got the money for that. Thank you, everyone who donated. It just went into Conrad.
Which is exactly what they told you not to do.
Yes. Maybe I need to get on Conrad. It could be my Christmas bonus.
My Christmas. Your
Like,
Christmas-
Conrad, our
Christmas
channel has
bonus.
generated $50 this year. Please give it to me.
Exactly.
It'll help pay off Smash Bros.
Right. There you go. That's your Christmas gift.
I think part of the reason it's taken me forever to upload these episodes is because I got that new laptop.
Yeah. So you haven't
And
been on
so-
your computer.
And
as
it's
much?
because, like, I've been using the hard drive that the footage is on to edit that stupid kitchen video I've been doing.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's not been plugged into this computer. And if I want to upload the Vic and Hope, I literally had to do this yesterday. I plugged in this hard drive to upload Vic and Hope, and then I got fucking text saying, oh, I need to re-edit that video. So I had to copy the footage of that video to another drive while this was uploading to the internet. And then, that took 2 hours, because it was 250 gigabytes of footage for that stupid video. Because I shoot giant
Well,
files. That's another reason I
and
could get
then-
another camera, because I won't have to shoot humongous files anymore that are so excessive.
Well, and then you had to take that footage and compress it to 3 megabytes,
Yes,
right?
but 250 gigs that turned into a video that I had to compress down to 3 megabytes so the client could text it to people. Give me
What a
fucking break.
fucking boomer thing to ask
Yes,
for.
absolutely.
I need the file size to be 3 megabytes so I can text it to
I need
all
to
of my
text
friends.
it to people. Well, so she could text it to the actual client.
Wow,
Who's
that's
some
the way
dude
the
who
client
probably
wanted
fucking-
it? Christ.
Well, just so he could see it. Like, that's not the
Oh.
final delivery
Couldn't you just
method.
email it
But
to him?
that's what I was. That's what I was
Dropbox
wondering.
it?
Like, it's literally on
Literally
Dropbox.
anything?
But I'm like, this dude probably like, he seems like the kind of older guy who's computer illiterate, you know,
Yeah,
because
probably.
he's stubborn and will refuse to learn it, you know.
Right.
So it's just like, oh, so he probably has like a fucking flip phone that can barely play videos, so you have to send a 3 megabyte file. And he can't download anything because it's not a smartphone.
He has
Oh,
a
BlackBerry.
Motorola Razr.
Been using the same phone for like
Yeah.
10 years.
Or he
Like,
has
oh my
a
God.
juke.
An iPhone 1.
No, he definitely has a juke.
A juke. What the fuck is a juke?
You don't remember the juke? The
No.
juke was like a tiny little rectangle, and it was still flip phone, and it would flip up, and it had like a little circular pad that you would use to scroll through the menus.
Yeah.
My mom fucking loved the juke. She had multiple generations of the juke and refused to go to smartphones for many years.
The juke.
The fucking juke.
You just juke it, dog. You juke
leave
it
a
out.
like if you remember the juke. You guys are probably
you a
too
juker?
young.
Guys, are you
Sorry.
jukers, bro? Did
Bro.
you juke?
You guys remember the fucking juke?
Juking day and night. Oh shit, is that the spooky man?
Yeah, it's the Monster
Yeah.
Mask man. He
The
did
monster mask.
The Monster Mask?
The same thing. Yeah, he's scary.
Yeah, he's dope. I love him.
Ooh.
He's scarier when he turns around, though.
Yeah, he looks better from behind.
Yup.
Then you see his face, you're like, oh, never mind.
So, oh shit, fuck.
I have some on. I can get a mop.
Whoa, fucking nice.
Or a bokoblin mask.
Don't you already have? Oh yeah.
Cool. Oh, I want monster horse stuff.
Yeah.
I gotta exchange for Mon.
I fucking. That's dope.
Pokemon, mon. Pokemon, mon.
Well, Victor, we may as well use this opportunity to talk about what we were watching prior to our live stream that brought us to that conversation.
Oh, yeah.
So, in my travels on Twitter, I think it was, a day or two ago, first thing I saw was Mother's Basement tweeting about episode 10 of Sword Art Online Alicization.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, alright, what could possibly be going on in Sword Art Online that's this interesting? And it's just a bunch of people getting real upset because Sword Art Online had a rape scene that's so offensive.
Yeah.
So outlandish. And I was like,
We're
okay,
like,
but like every
we
season
are
of
the
Sword Art
authority on
Online,
getting raped, okay?
every season of Sword Art Online
be the
has
judge
like
of
had
that.
that, so I didn't really take it that seriously. But then today, Gigic tweeted it, and he included a screen cap, and everyone in the comment section was just fucking blowing it up about how disturbing this episode of Sword Art Online was, and how people got their limbs cut off, and it was so fucking dark, bro.
But it's so fucking ham-fisted. Anyway, continue.
And so I was like, well, now I'm really curious. Even though we haven't been keeping up with Sword Art Online, I just need to know, like, people were saying it was worse than Goblin Slayer's rape scene. So I was like, well, now I'm really curious. How bad could it possibly be?
It's sort of a different genre than Goblin Slayer.
So I went ahead and tore into the uncensored version, because I was like, well, I need maximum edge if we're gonna dedicate 24 minutes of our life. Nice.
Look at him, he's crouching like a lizard.
That's amazing.
I'm Lizalfoli.
There he is. And that's the
goofy
noise he
boy.
makes.
Yes.
He's like Blazion.
Yes. Yeah, that's Blazion. Link is
Oh, okay. It's different tones.
Yeah.
The inflection changes.
Very different.
God damn, that line, those guys spotted you from like 10,000 miles away.
Yeah.
And you were wearing the monster mask and everything.
Well, it's only for Lizalfos.
It's only for the Lizalfos. You'd think they would recognize their own kind, though, you know?
I mean, they're not necessarily allies. They just kind of work together sometimes.
I feel like monsters gotta stick together in this world, you know?
True.
It's the same way that, like, we're setting minorities against each other in America.
Yeah.
The monsters gotta stick together. Not that I'm saying minorities are monsters. I'm just saying.
Wow.
I'm drawing a parallel.
Are you saying that minorities are monsters?
Yes, obviously.
Unsubbing.
Unsubbed.
First you defended rape, and now you're saying that
called
minorities are monsters.
Sorry if you're a minority and you were offended.
Hashtag
Apology
sorry, not
video
sorry.
to come later.
Yes.
So we went ahead and we watched that episode of Sword Art Online. I mean,
simultaneously, like, the best episode of Sword Art Online
such a
ever,
fucking-
and also a huge piece of shit.
it's so paradoxical
Yeah.
sometimes. Because it has ideas that are good, but then the execution just it destroys the good ideas.
But then, like, there were parts of the execution were nice. Like, some of it was cool looking.
Yes.
And, like,
But
the
then
voice
the
actors really, like,
resolution
hammed into it.
Fucking kind of.
But it was like the setup to the
ruins
scene
it.
and the end of the scene are horrible.
Exactly.
Anyways, walk through the scene.
So we get a cold open of Yugioh and Kirito polishing their fucking swords together.
Sitting around polishing their sword.
On a dark and stormy night.
Literally polishing
And
their
so,
swords. Congratulations.
Literally polishing their swords. That is not a metaphor. They were literally polishing their swords. It's a dark and stormy night, and Kirito is like, where are the two random girls that have been apparently following us around for reasons I don't know?
Because we haven't seen the episodes leading up to this, so anything we're saying,
like, these two girls are their disciples or something is what I gleaned from the episode. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So Kirito's like, I'm gonna go check on them, and so he opens the window, and jumps out onto, because they're on like the second story, I guess. He jumps out onto a tree in the middle of the rain and just drops to the ground and runs away.
Yeah, so that he could not be part of the scene until he needs to be.
Exactly. So that he's not present when like 2 minutes later a girl busts in and she's like, Yugioh, help, my friends are getting raped.
Yugioh.
That's his name.
I love it.
That's his name. His name is Yugioh. So Yu-Gi-Oh's like, oh, that's bad. I don't think I should let that happen.
Yeah.
So he grabs his newly polished sword and he runs out to stop the chaos. The
Freshly
madness.
polished.
Freshly polished. So he runs out to stop the madness. So he he knocks on the door of these two guys that I guess are nobles.
Yeah.
They're at a school, but I guess there's nobles at.
Well, they're like
a
they're like
caste
upperclassmen.
system here.
Yeah, there's like some kind
know.
of social structure to the school where it's like rich aristocrats
It's
are
like
are of a
Kakegurui,
higher
but
class.
dumb.
Yeah. Something fucking stupid. They're like noble blood.
And
so
the nobles
like,
get
they
to
can
just
do
say,
whatever the
fuck
they
it,
want.
I have money, and do whatever they want.
Apparently, yes.
You know, that's just how it be in this world. So, these nobles are the most hilariously, generically evil guys in the world. It's like, they open the door, and their room is just like an opium den, and they have open fucking smoking jackets on, and they're lounging and grinning like they're fucking evil as shit.
Like they wish they were Utna villains, but they're not nearly as compelling and interesting.
Exactly. That's exactly what they're like. And they're like, oh, what's up, Yu-Gi-Oh? How's it going? You want some fucking wine, dog? And he's like, no, I heard you guys were raping girls. And they're like, well, I mean, maybe.
I mean, yeah, but
I
like,
can neither confirm nor deny.
But dude, it's sick.
But like, we're nobles, so fuck it, basically. Yeah. So they just decide to show Yu-Gi-Oh their rape room.
Yeah.
For no particular reason. They're just like, here, we're gonna show you how this operation works.
Yeah.
And so they take
because
him
because he couldn't do anything about it. So
the
next
like, door room, which is the rape room, and there's two girls just tied up on the bed, hanging out, and they're real scared and stuff. And so Yu-Gi-Oh is like, hey, this is fucked up. You can't do this, guys. This isn't cool. And so one of the guys is just like, yeah, but you can't stop me. And so he rips off his shirt and he proceeds to like WWE body slam one of the girls on the bed.
Oh, true.
Which is hilarious.
He leaps through the air like Lupin the Third. And you're like, what?
He looks like he's trying to fucking just pile drive this girl onto the mat. And just like, he's gonna give her the people's elbow. Or some shit. And so these two guys proceed to just like get on top of these girls and menacingly gesticulate, kind of.
They like open their legs like they're gonna eat the puss.
They lick their face and they open their legs and they're just
scary. So they rip open their shirt, but they have like the most
boring bras.
Bras in the world because they can't get that
baby's
racy,
first training bra on.
Like, we're gonna do a rape scene, but we really have to have it get on TV. Like, we really can't make this. It needs to be
safe to air.
It can't be sexual at all. It has to be terrifying. They need to be wearing bland bras because you can't be getting turned on at all by this. Because this is awful, guys. This is rape.
This is not a good thing. You should feel bad if you like this.
Yes.
So they're menacingly gesticulating towards these girls for like a solid 2 or 3 minutes.
It goes on for a while because what the fuck has to reach a point of rage.
Yu-Gi-Oh is like just stuck there because I guess the video game's system doesn't let him stand up against these people who have a higher power than him.
Yeah, it's like the NPCs are trapped in a hierarchy where like he can't disobey the game logic. And so he's like literally stuck in place, not able to do anything, which is kind of fucking cool and badass.
Which is great,
yeah,
because he's clearly horrified and he clearly wants to stop them, but he literally cannot physically do anything about it.
Which is cool as shit.
Which is a cool dilemma for a character to have.
And it's something that can only happen in this game world of like, that they're abusing the mechanics of the game, and like that's an interesting concept for SAO.
Because they're operating within the world's logic, and they're taking advantage of that to hurt people, which is interesting. It's not a bad premise. So Yugioh has to sit there and watch them menacingly gesticulate for a couple of minutes until finally his rage builds up to the point where, like, his eyeball starts twitching.
Yeah.
And,
Make sure we're recording again.
yeah, let's...
I just got nervous.
Victor just had a bout of nervousness.
Okay, thank
yeah,
God.
we're good.
I get so nervous.
Exactly. So, yes, until the point where his eyeball starts twitching, because I guess his eyeball is, like,
Yeah,
the
it's like how
regulator.
he
It keeps
is
him
in the-
from going into overdrive,
Something like that.
So, he's at the point where he's really starting to flip the fuck out, and his eyeball is just like, oh shit, oh fuck, I'm about to fucking go. So he gets to the point where he's just like, fuck, I gotta do something, and his eyeball just fucking explodes.
Yes, it was fucking great.
In a very cathartic way. It just
It
fucking
was very awesome.
just pops. It's great.
And then he goes ham and he cuts the dude's
And he
fucking
just
arm off.
He launches and just fucking
It,
chops this dude's arm
It's
off.
amazing because SAO has never never had
never had
gore,
gore.
and so there's just a comically
This
insane
dude's
amount of blood.
arm just fucking water hose.
And there's blood drenching the girls, you know,
they're
they're like shirts open, tits out, fucking getting drenched in blood.
not
Well, if they
tits
had any
out,
balls,
but
it would
yeah.
be tits out, but yes. As
Close
tits
enough
out
to
as
tits
SAO
out.
is willing to go.
As close to tits out as you can get in Sword Art Online. Being soaked in this dude's arm blood, which is great.
It's fucking awesome. It was like, whoa, SAO just got really cool.
And then what's even better is the guy whose arm has been chopped off. He starts freaking the fuck out. And he's like,
Yeah,
"Oh shit, I'm
he's
gonna
just
fucking die!"
screaming and
So he
fucking
literally
flailing.
like rips some of the rope off of one of the girls and like
Yes.
makes a tourniquet on his arm, which is hilarious, but also pretty cool. So it's like, well, that's neat.
Oh man, it
And
was
so
great.
then the other noble is like, "Oh, you fucked up now, Yugioh. Now you're a criminal. Now I can fucking murder you." And right when you're like, "Oh fuck, I hope Yugioh gets to fucking kill this guy. That would be super dope."
Yeah, it would have been fucking
Yugioh
cool.
like stands up and fucking defends these girls and defends himself and kills this motherfucker because like this guy is
He
obviously a
demonstrated free
throwaway
will.
character. It's not like he can do anything more evil than rape these girls.
Yeah.
This is as evil as he could possibly get. So he needs to die now if he's going to die. So of course, you know, the guy is like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you, Yugioh," and at that point, Yugioh like fucking freezes up again.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, all of a
Which
sudden his
is
magic
dumb.
free will eyeball is not working.
I don't know if he was like accepting his fate or something. I don't know.
I don't really know what his
Oh yeah, at this point you just magically go up and do the like you just go do the dungeon now. You just talk to him and he just flies you up there,
fantastic.
which is boring. It's like, oh, so I just came to the village, I talked to a guy, and then I just do the dungeon? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like real life.
This is kind of lame. But anyways, yeah.
But yeah, so he freezes up and you're like, oh shit, the noble guy is gonna kill Yugioh.
Yeah.
But then of course Kirito comes in the nick of time and saves the day.
Yes.
Though, it does lead to another cool thing that happens.
Yes, he cuts the guy's arms off. And there's a fucking ridiculous eruption of blood, and it's hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's super fun.
Kirito cuts both of this guy's arms off. And the blood is just fucking launching out of his body.
And he's just screaming and freaking
and he's
out.
Just freaking the fuck out.
And then he starts like having a seizure and like
and he's,
blinking
like,
in and out of
glitching
existence.
out almost.
Yeah.
Which is a neat thing to do because he is an NPC.
Yeah.
So you gotta wonder like, well, I guess at this point, I don't know if you know the line between like NPCs and who is like an actual consciousness that's been converted
Yeah.
to an NPC maybe?
I think everyone's an NPC except for Kirito.
I don't know.
That's probably I mean, we haven't been watching
because
it,
it
so
seems
we don't really
like
know what the
Yugioh
implication
is like maybe more important. I don't know.
I think he's an NPC, and that's why he's like bound by the logic of the game. Because Kirito doesn't have to overcome anything to fight those guys.
that's
you
true.
know?
Kirito just busts
Because
in and
he's
fucking
like a
wrecks
player
shit.
character. Yugioh is an NPC.
Yeah.
That's why he was trapped doing the tree stuff and everything. Because he was supposed to just be doing that forever because he's an NPC and he doesn't have any free will. That's why
Yeah.
everyone is bound to what their role in society is. Because they were just assigned that as characters in the game. Which is what's interesting about this season, you know?
Yeah.
It's just so awful. Like, it's both the best thing SAO has to offer and kind of cool sometimes, but also boring and terrible because it's Sword Art Online and it's never not going to be boring and terrible.
Yeah. Because
It's amazing.
So Kirito chops this dude's arm off, and the NPC dude like actually dies, which is kind of interesting and kind of cool.
He flips out
and then
dies,
the next
and there's
day,
blood everywhere, and it's like, God, that just got serious as shit.
Which was great, but then the next day, Kirito and Yugioh wake up at the nunnery or wherever the fuck they're living, because it looks like there's
some
nuns
stupid
there.
fucking bullshit.
And this lady just walks up to Yugioh and says, "Hey, come here." And then she like squishes a bean into his empty eyeball where it exploded, and she's like, "All right, open your eye." And he opens his eye, and his eyeball is back.
Yes.
And you're just
as
like,
usual,
no consequences. Womp.
And that was the same thing in the part where Kirito had to fight the goblins, and it was kind of cool. And it was like, whoa, this is actually like the coolest shit that's happened at SAO, because Kirito like got cut and stuff, and like
right.
Yugioh
and he was like
dying.
freaking out, like he was gonna actually maybe be hurt.
But then afterwards, it's just they're fine.
Yeah.
It's just over.
They just
you
heal
know?
him, and it's fine.
He gets healed. Everything is fine. Nothing of consequence happened. And that's like the problem with SAO. It's like it can have kind of cool stuff happen. You know, these girls can almost get raped, and Yugioh can lose an eye, but then immediately, like,
it's completely reset.
Well, the girls are fine now, and Yugioh got his eye back.
So
Nothing of consequence happened. You know,
it's like Yugioh made this sacrifice to gain his own free will, and then you just undo that choice. Just boop, there you go, your eyeball's back. So this meant nothing.
Sweet, cool
awesome.
Story, bro.
Love it. Thanks, Reki Kawahara.
What a great random episode full of rape and delimbing for no reason.
It was definitely not just there because Reki Kawahara has to write a rapey villain into every story.
It was like interesting concept. Stupid episode.
Yes. Really, really dumb.
God.
And I don't think unless something drastically changes, I don't think it's worth watching anymore.
Yeah.
It's just, it was fun to get in on the meme.
You know, we'll watch the climax episodes.
It was fun to get in on the meme, but I can't force myself to sit through.
Even in that episode, they had flashbacks to where it was Kirito and Yugioh sitting with the two girls on a picnic blanket in some grass.
With
like,
Yugioh,
it's still SAO.
With Kirito being the Jesus and preaching his morals to these fucking debased NPCs.
They're still just gonna fucking sit around and talk 90% of the time.
Godless NPCs
and fucking polish
Jesus
each other's swords and fucking do nothing. Because it's boring, asinine bullshit.
So basically nothing changed in Sword Art Online.
Yeah.
As we all expected.
Woo!
Speaking of things where nothing changes, you could kind of almost say that Yugioh did the same thing, but to great effect. With Pink Christmas.
What do you mean?
Because, I mean,
Nobody
the
got
story
raped in Pink
is...
Christmas.
That's not what yeah. Except that goose. That poor Christmas goose.
Yeah, the goose did get raped.
It got metaphorically raped.
Yes.
But I mean that in the sense that, They told a story that ultimately has nothing to do with the mainline story, but it still felt like it was very important and
it had to be like
drama
a one-off.
and weight.
Yeah. It was end of Yugioh.
Yeah, exactly. Perhaps. That's exactly what it was. So good.
That's exactly what they were going for.
Fucking good.
It was like, if we didn't get a second season and this were the end of Yugioh, we gave you an ending. It was just also a shitpost because it's Yugioh. Yeah.
Oh, God. I fucking love it. It's so good. It is so good. It makes me feel better to think about Yugioh after thinking about Sword Art Online.
It does make you go like, oh, I'm glad
Yugioh
was as good as I thought it was. It wasn't just a fluke, you know?
To be fair, though, I was hyped from the time I saw the trailer.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as I saw that trailer, I was like, yes, I'm in. I'm 100%.
I didn't watch the trailer.
I'm 100% on fucking board.
Yes.
Yes.
I was very worried we'd end up getting disappointed by it, but it was so fucking good.
Oh, gosh. Sorry. Hate to, like, just keep coming over Yugioh, but it's just that good.
It's so good.
It's also pretty relevant, I think, to this point in our lives, because part of the moral of the story of Yugioh is fuck material goods.
Yes, fuck material goods.
And I feel like at this point in our
Can
lives...
I just teleport like 5 feet away?
Nice. At this point in our lives, we've kind of had that same thought process where, Christmas time is coming around.
Yeah.
And I feel bad when my parents are like, okay, send me your Christmas list. I'm like... I'm 26. Should I be giving you a Christmas list?
I don't think that's the same as fuck material goods. I think that's
it's
just
the idea.
I think
like,
it's like
it's
I don't
the
need to
shifting of
burden my
priorities.
parents with this.
It's
you know,
it's the shifting of priorities away from being able to obtain Christmas is this opportunity to get all sorts of stuff, and it's like now it's we're getting older, and it feels like it's shifting away from that.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
for
what
me,
I
it's
mean.
almost the opposite because I'm making more money now, so I can kind of afford a bit of material goods. Even though I'm still like, I mean, I've been in that mentality for a while because everything I buy is work related, and I'm like, yeah, fuck getting a PS4 and all these video games I don't need. I need to prioritize.
Yeah.
But yeah, fuck material goods indeed.
Fuck
I
material
mean,
goods.
it's funny because like their whole statement on Christmas in that is just like my mom every year, you know, my family every year, which is Christmas is bullshit, fuck material goods. Even though, but they had the best commentary on it because fuck material goods was a lie. That's the best part.
The whole point was that it was a play to make more money.
Because the counterculture is also playing you to make money. Like, it's so good.
Because you want to buy experiences, not things.
It's like the duality of Christmas is bullshit, but the people saying it's bullshit are also full of shit. Like everyone's full of shit,
Everyone is
you know?
full of shit.
Anyone pretending to be counterculture and then selling you merch is full of shit.
Merch.
It's amazing.
It's so good. It's so, I mean, it just feels so appropriate.
So good. Making a trend out of fuck material goods so that everyone will have money to go to your concert. It's perfect.
It's so good. It's the perfect ploy because it just sets you up to look like the good guy.
Yeah.
But you're not. You're just as bad as everybody else.
Like, how much do you think shitting on Donald Trump has been monetized at this point?
Oh,
like, insane.
My parents fucking have a fridge magnet of a caricature of Donald Trump screaming. So, like...
Which is funny because they're pro-Trump.
Right, exactly.
But they're just going like, yeah, Donald Trump!
Woo! He's so, politically incorrect.
Yes.
Yeah, great. Fantastic.
Yeah. The monetization of fuck Donald Trump
The monetization of
made
demonetization.
so much money. It's insane. It's like it's a whole market. It's just the way of the world, man.
It's fucked.
I love it.
It's so fucked, dude.
Alright, I just wanted to get that extra heart before I went and did the dungeon. Now we're healed. Alright, I think this episode's over. I should cook some food between episodes.
Oh, I thought you meant in real life.
Yes,
and I was
as
like,
Link.
wait, what? We just ate.
Next time
We
on
didn't
Digi
just
Bros,
eat,
we're
but,
gonna do the Wind Temple.
Charles, light another scented candle for me.